when we were in the Dominican and I was enjoying it, making me feel hydrated, refreshed, was the first time it hit me, this needs to be a thing. And then got home here, was home making it in my water bottles.
Her friends are technically the ones that coined the term mom water. So, because they would always see her drinking one and they would call it Jill's mom water.
It was a pain in the ass, so that's when I was like, we need to figure out a way to do this. It's like, what do you mean? Like, we need to figure out a way to get this to shelf because I don't think it's available.
One day, one of her friends said, Jill's mom water. It just hit my ears a little bit different that day for whatever reason. And I was like, I really can, I get it. I really can see that. Maybe I should at least start like digging around and just doing a little research. We had a mutual friend that was also the guy that helped us do all of our original cans. And he said, you know, there's this company in Louisville, Kentucky that you should, I used to know someone that worked there and they're called Flavorman. And said, I think this is what they do. I think they help you with the beverage development and they're a wealth of knowledge and resources. You should check them out. And we were thinking at the time, we're going to send it in and they're probably going to come back to us and go, it just can't be done. Logistically, for some reason, because that's what Jill and I were thinking is, there's gotta be a reason that no one's ever done what we're calling now a spirit water. There's gotta be a reason. Well, it turns out there wasn't.
Everybody thought I was crazy. Everybody thought he was crazy.
The first time that we ever got our samples, I mean, Jill and I were super nervous because we're like, is it really gonna work? You know, is it gonna just be like what we think it's gonna be like, or no?
Yeah, we got the first sample and had a holy cow moment, and then we hosted flavor parties, and everybody was like, wow, this is good. And we honestly snuck in the Pure still as a blind, and everybody kind of joked, like, that 10th one, whatever that was, throw that one out. I'm like, okay, we're onto something. All of our friends loved it, and then we got back to you guys and redid sample after sample after sample and eventually narrowed it down to the final 4.
What happened over time was we got question after question, and it was always, where's Dad water? Where's Dad water? To which our response was usually, that's called bourbon, or that's called beer, or we always made a joke out of it. And then the more we got the questions, we kind of were like, okay, if we were gonna do something, what would that look like? I think I suggested, hey, why don't we do tequila? Because at the time, it was on the rise, gaining popularity. I was just getting introduced to it and really liked the good tequilas. Again, it would be really unique, it would be innovative, and I think tequila would pair well with fruit in a very light, approachable way. And so that's kind of how the concept started. The fan base that has popped up with Mom Water and even starting to with Dad Water is wild. And I think it's because they feel connected to us. It energizes us when we get to see the reaction because our product is so different than anything that's ever been put on the market. A lot of education is involved. We have to prepare people for what to expect before they ever try Mom or Dad Water. They're always going to expect it to be sweetened or carbonated or both. And we're none of that. So the events and the activations are so much fun. We are very quirky.
So many of the team they're quirky, they're fun.
So we do have something called the She Shed. It's an Airstream, 30-foot Airstream that, you know, the whole side comes up. It's pink and gold and white. There's a selfie mirror. There's a big pink floral wall where they can take pictures. We just want them to be able to hang out, you know, do some tailgating, and it's kind of like the man cave, but for moms and for the female audience. We also have the Dad Wagon, so it's a big Ram diesel truck, and that's what tows the She Shed. So again, in our own quirky way, we've got this, you know, super masculine big truck pulling this She Shed down the road. We get lots of eyes. It's hilarious. We love it. You have your product, you have your brand, and you have your story. If you can at least get one of those really, really good, you have a good chance of success. Stick with it and really get one of those 3 pillars down right, and you're going to be doing something really good.